Next is the category analysis. So in this category analysis, so it is the technique. So yes, in the in the category analysis, it is the analysis which has been used, or it is a technique where the method is been developed, so where it has been used in the some of the transportation studies in UK. So the whatever the category analysis has been done, so that will be used for a transportation studies based, and it is been based on the determining the average response or the average value of the dependent variables. So this variables of the certain defined categories, whatever are dependent or independent variables are there, so that a multiple dimensional matrix that defines the categories, each dimension in this matrix representing one independent variables, and the independent variables also will be there. So themselves that is been classified into a definite number of the discrete the class interval will be there. So dependent and independent variables will be there. So that will be classified into a where there is a number of the class intervals. So in between that class intervals will be there. So in this category analysis, that's about the introduction about the category analysis. So let me see some of the assumptions. So the first one, the whatever the first assumptions are there. So in this the household, that is the u is the fundamental units in the whatever the trips which has been generated in between from origin to destination. In that process, the whatever the journey begins or where it journey will ends. Okay, so there is a requirement of this family. Okay, so that household family will be taken into consideration. That is the first assumption. Second one is the, so whatever the trips which has been generated by the household, so depending upon the various characteristics, whatever various characteristics of the houses, each houses has its own characteristics, as its each houses has its own different household. So their location, their relative position, their what are their requirements of the each one in the family, and where the facilities, where the materials has to be purchased from their house to commercial point. So there the amount of the trips which has been generated, so that is required for their facilities of each family is household requirement. So that will be variation from one family to another family. The third one is the whatever the household, so households with the one family that will have the one type of the characteristics, so that will generate the different amount of the trips. So some maybe go for one time, some may go for the two times. So each that will be different, the amount of the rates, the amount or the number of the trips which has been generated from household, from each household with the other, it will be other set of the characteristics will be assigned. So third one, only there are the three factors, the prime important factors will be there for this category. So that is, from one of the prime is the amount of the travel, the amount of the travel of an household, so that will produce us the car ownership, income, and the household structures. So these are the prime importance of the which will affect the amount, the which affect the travel of the household. So next one is, there is a within which the above there are the three factors. There is a limited number of the surveys that can be established so as to describe the where what is the trip which has been generated, or the capacity of the household of the limited number of the categories. So the trips which has been the where the trips which has been generated, the rates are stable over the time. So as long as the factors external to the household are the same as well as the trip where the first where it has been measured. Okay, so categories of the household are the car ownership, the disposable of the incomes of the six classes. One is 500 per annum, 500 to 1000, 1000 to 5000, 2500 to 2000, 3000, 3500 to 2500, and more than greater than 2500 per annum. So this is the for the six classes it has been disposed. So apart from that, the household structural classes. So whatever the structural classes, that is also is which has been classified, that is the no employed residents and no employed residents, where there is a two or more non-employed adults, where one employed residents and one or the less empty adults, one employed residents or two or unemployed adults, two or more employed residents, or one or less non employed adults. So apart from another one is the two or more employed residents and two or more non-employed adults. So these are the types where that can be existed with the categories of the households.